to this episode of my allotment journey. It's been a while since I showed you around my riverside allotment, and it's been a few days since I've been here myself, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be finding here, but I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what we can find. So the first thing I've noticed is how wildly my willow arch has grown, and it's really shot up. I could just do some trimming of it, but I'm quite inclined to let those branches grow or carry on growing, and then to cut them back in the autumn winter to give me some canes and to try some basket weaving. So that's what I'm going to do, even though it is making it a bit of a jungle to get into the allotment. The next thing I'm noticing is how beautifully my sweet peas are blooming. Oh, they've actually blooming so well. Some of them have gone to seed already, so I'm going to pick loads of those to encourage them to grow some more. My little rose that I was given when I retired has got another bud coming. It's already bloomed gloriously, and is that chamomile? I wanted to say it's chamomile. But it's beautiful anyway. Yes, I think it's chamomile. Let's see what's through the gate. Oh, if I can get the gate open. Oh, just about. So, straight into the raspberry bushes. So yeah, lots of raspberries on here. I've already had quite a lot off these bushes, but they're going to be giving me some more, I see. Looking a little bit weedy and overgrown. I'm probably going to get a telling off letter. We have a monthly inspection of these allotments, and I think some people may not like my rather cram it all in style. Oh my word, what's this? We have a sunflower. I don't know if you can see in the shadow of it. We have our first sunflower, tiny little one, which is not surprising as I didn't really look after the plants very well. But that's lovely to see. My ocker's growing really well. That's the big clover-like leaves there. I wonder if there's some nice roots underneath that. My tomatoes are looking like they are in need of refreshment, and they shall get it today. And there's that, I should know what these are called, but the beautiful pink daisy-like things. Those broad beans have definitely gone over, so they could do with coming out today. And I think I might pull my onions today as well. We've got some that have gone to seed there. Those are the red onions, but others I think might be okay. Beans are doing well. They're well up the pole. That's lovely to see. And the cucumber plants have started to take to the little structure that I made for them as well. So that's looking good. Oh, I can see a lovely purple cauliflower. At least one there. I'll have a proper look in a bit, see what else is growing in there. And I'm going to pick the last of these broad beans as well today. Potatoes leaves have got a bit yellow. I wonder if that means the potatoes are ready for picking. I'll have a rummage in there in a moment. Not many strawberries from this plot at all. My other strawberries on the other plot are done amazingly. These, not so good. I'm going to give them one more year and then they're out. It's getting tough here. So my globe artichokes, which I deliberately left these particular two buds on, looking rather beautiful there. That one has had a lot of aphids, but I think the ladybirds have been doing quite a good job. I know there's still quite a lot left there, but yeah, not so bad. The asparagus is still there, and will need to be cut down a bit later on in the year. Squash plants never do terribly well here, and that one's no exception in the middle there, but leave it there to do what it's going to do. And I've got pods on the peas of the peas I grew for shoots. I think they do have some peas in them, and I will harvest them. So they look lovely. They're not, I know from previously tasting them, they look nice, don't they? They don't taste all as sweet as others, but they're still a good vegetable to have, so I'll probably find a way to keep them. I might ferment them, don't know, might freeze them, might dry them even to have in stews. Now, oh dear, a very overgrown shallot bed. But the shallots are looking kind of ready. I don't know when they are ready. I'll have to think. I'll have to see if I can look that up. And these onions definitely look ready as well. Gosh, so there's lots to do on here today. Oh, I missed the oh, this is the salad and beetroot bed, massive raised bed that I put all that lovely compost into. I don't know whether there's any actual. Oh, there's a nice little golden beetroot there coming through. Still little, so I'm going to give it longer. That's good. And the tall ones, I think, are mangel wurzels. I'll look at those in a bit as well. Let's see if we can see anything going on. What's going on down here? Oh yeah, that's looking promising. That's looking promising. Oh, exciting. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, I've got a leaf on my phone. Right, let's go through to the woodland area. Oh, that's squash. That squash has taken on. I think that's a pumpkin. That's taken on all right. Got quite a few little weedy plants, but they look quite pretty in a way. Potato, gone to flower there. But the fruit trees are looking very healthy. There. Fig tree over there. Yeah, and the foxgloves and the delphiniums, primulas. All flowers looking lovely here. Really glad I did that. That rose has gone past it just there, but you might well have some more buds as well. So yes, quite a bit of harvesting to do, some tidying up to do. I think I'm going to enjoy myself this afternoon. I'll show you what I get in the end, but doesn't it look pretty? It is just what I wanted. That kind of British country garden look. I'm absolutely loving it. And if the allotment committee tells me tonight that my plot is too overgrown, I might have something to tell them. I'm sure they won't. I'm sure they'll appreciate all my lovely hard work. Anyway, I shall get on with some work and come back to you shortly. So really annoyingly, I've just cleared out some of the broad beans plants from the bed, and I'll just show you. Yeah, it's looking. I didn't get any beans. Didn't get any more beans, or maybe one tiny one that I just ate whole. But yeah, I don't know what happened to all those broad beans. They kind of looked like they had a load of beans, and then they didn't. So the mystery of the disappearing broad beans. But there are a couple of plants in. Little ones that have got little flowers there, so I'm going to leave those in, and then I'm going to weed this area. But the really annoying thing is that one of the difficulties of kind of moving everything between plots is I think I've left my really good weeding tool at the other allotment site. So yeah, that is annoying. But I've got my trusty trowel. So I'm going to just try and get rid of them with that. It's so annoying when you don't have the tools you want. I'll give it a go. So the sum output of my broad bean patch clearance was a bunch of potatoes and a bunch of carrots. The potatoes were there as visitors in the broad bean patch, and the carrots were in the next bed, and I was so tempted to see if they were ready that I pulled some. And yeah, some nice purple carrots there and a few little orange ones in between. So that's nice to take home as well. I'm now going to start on the second broad bean patch. But I've got this stupid dilemma. It's so stupid. We've got a plot inspection in a couple of days' time, and I am worried that if I clear my broad bean patch, I'll be accused of my plot not being fully utilised. How stupid is that? It's not entirely like me being an idiot. I did go on holiday a couple of years ago when I'd not long had the plot, and I'd just done some harvesting, so the beds were looking a little bit bare because I'd cleared them out and I hadn't done any succession planning or planting. And I got a letter criticising me for my plot being underutilised, which is just mad because I'd been using the whole thing. So it's even madder, really, isn't it, to be planning what you do around a plot inspection? That's just stupid. I'm going to pull the broad beans if I think they're ready when I look at them. And if I do pull them, I probably still will come down and put some other plants in there that I've got in the greenhouse. It's just mad. I was going to say, I want to do it anyway. I want to put the plants in, so that's a good thing. But, you know, there is that little niggle of the plot inspection coming up. Do any of you have similar worries, or is it just me? Let me know. So, I'm in the process of clearing the second broad bean bed here, and I've had confirmation I am not going mad, or at least not on this issue. Yeah, there I was, merrily chopping away. I'm leaving the root ends of the broad beans in because they, I understand, put nitrogen back into the soil, which is great. As I'm doing this, I come across this this little pile of broad bean pods, which have been surreptitiously gathered, opened, and the beans taken by some little creature. I think that's brilliant. I'm not unhappy about it at all because it solves the mystery. I was, you know, like you get paranoid and you think, has somebody been stealing my broad beans? And of course they haven't. It's just some lovely little creature that's had them for their dinner. So that's all right. I'm okay with that. I've got lots of broad beans over at the other side. So there we go. Mystery solved. I just have to share with you an unexpected moment of joy. So I was working busily on the broad beans when I turned round and glanced and saw some blueberries. My little new blueberry bush that only went in this year. So I'm really, really excited about that. I think I might get 4 blueberries. But yes, my first blueberries are on their way and I'm going to have to cherish them and make sure they get right now. But what fun. Right, I'm now going to have another rant. I'm going to have a rant about gloves. Why is it that I can't keep a pair of gloves on? And like lots of gardeners, I just like to have one glove on so that I can feel everything properly with the other hand. But then I know I start off with one glove on, but every time I'm actually in the weeds and pulling out the stinging nettles, I've got no gloves on. The other glove has been put aside somewhere, probably because I can't bear to have it on. What is it with me and gloves? I've just stung myself again. So I'm going to have another go of putting one glove on and trying to do some more weeding. But really, gloves! So another surprise today. Having all sorts of things on this allotment. So I just found in the shallot bed a cluster of garlic bulbs. So like they were growing together like shallots grow together in a bunch of 5. And I was trying to think, how has that happened? And then I realised that what must have happened is that I must have left a garlic bulb from a previous season in the earth, and from some of the cloves, each of the major cloves, a garlic bulb has come. Another garlic bulb has come. So they've all grown close together. So they're not very big, but they are separated and perfectly good garlic. So garlic bonanza, as if I didn't have enough garlic already. But there we go. I also accidentally pulled a couple of shallots, which look to me pretty ready. Oh, I don't know, should I leave them more? Should I leave them longer and then they become giant shallots? Look good to me. I put them in the basket. They came up accidentally, and that's the other thing. When you're pulling weeds with gloves on, you can't feel so much and you end up pulling up the plant as well. A bit rubbish. Anyway, 2 shallots to the basket. Okay, regarding the shallots, I've just done the sensible thing that any idiot would know to do. Looked it up on Google. And they're ready when the leaves turn yellow and flop over. So those aren't looking terribly yellow to me. I mean, there's bits of yellow and there's bits of floppiness, but I reckon that's another week. Those are another week or two away. And I'm going to give them 2 weeks at the most because we're off on holiday in 2 weeks' time. So there we go. Shallots, you've got a time limit. Do your best. Oh my goodness, the time has just flown and I have just realised that I need to head home, rush home, because I've got a meeting I have to go to. Oh, why do I put myself down for meetings? And I've not done half of what I wanted to do. So I've not sorted out those onions properly and shallots and all sorts. But I have got a little basket together of stuff. Actually, quite a nice lot of stuff there. Yeah, some sweet peas that I've picked, some carrots, the random garlic, the shallots. I've put a couple of onions in, some small beans. Sorry about the sirens in the background, it's not for me. Little potatoes and even some fennel. So, yeah, a few good jobs done. Never enough time on the allotment. But I shall have to come back in the next day or so and carry on and get some of those raspberries before they all disappear. Hello again. It's the next day, and I had a really busy morning, and I've just decided to come back for another couple of hours here at my riverside allotment, and I've been really quite productive so far. So I'm feeling a lot better about it now. I've just well, I'll show you what I've done actually. You'll see that this it's not by any means clear, but I've pulled a lot of the onions that are ready. Now I've got quite a lot of little tiny onions that were seed onions. They've been in there for a while, but really not doing very much. So they've got a bit of space to do a bit more now. I couldn't reach all the weeds in that back corner, so I've just kind of left them, which is a bit rubbish. I've cleared a lot of the weeds out of the shallot bed, and as I said, I'm just leaving them for a week or so to get a bit bigger if they want to. The reason I'm not pulling them now, amongst other things, is this. Oh my goodness. Excuse the mess of the hose, but look at this amazing onion harvest that I've got here. I am just so pleased with this. It's so heavy, this basket. I know that a few of these ones have bolted, but certainly not all of them. And I'm going to take them home and dry and find a good place to dry them out. I don't really want to leave them here because I know that there are lots of all sorts of creatures about that might just, nibble it or whatever. So I'm going to take them home and find a better space to dry them out in. But I'm absolutely thrilled with that onion harvest. I think it's the best I've had. I also cleared out my 2 broad bean beds, not just for the pressure of inspection, but I suppose it's given me a useful kick up the bum to do something. Anyway, I've planted out some dwarf beans here. I know it's beans following beans, but I put a whole load of fresh compost on top to give some extra oomph to the soil, and hopefully those will grow nicely now. And I think even just the day after taking out those broad beans, or most of them anyway, that were shadowing the baby pumpkins, they're looking healthier already. And I've also weeded around the other ones that are looking healthier, and hopefully they'll start to get a wiggle on so that they can start climbing the arch. Now, in the other broad bean bed that I emptied, I've got a bit of an experiment. So I've already got a crown prince squash growing there, which hopefully again will start to be able to do its own thing now. But I've somewhat weirdly, I suppose, rashly, whatever, put out, I had a couple of flower pots of leftover aubergine plants. I've got quite a lot of aubergine plants in my greenhouses, but there wasn't room for these. And they can either sit in a pot and wither as as unwanted spares, or they can have a go out here. And the reason that prompted me to think, give them a go out here, is just around here if I can find it now, no, it's not in this one, it's in the other one. I'm an idiot. Yeah, in my carrot raised bed, I popped in, just for the hell of it, an aubergine, and look, so it's it's actually flowered before the aubergines in my greenhouse have flowered. So could be really exciting to grow some aubergines outside. I've tried before and never had any success. So yeah, they're just going to have a go there. And this is my red onion bed here, which is still full of weeds. I haven't had a chance to properly weed it because I've only just pulled out the red onions for there. That'll be my next job here, is to give that a good weeding through. Should be a bit easier because the only ones I've left in are those which have gone to seed, and I'll probably pull those out as well, actually, apart from, yeah, the ones that tried to go to seed I'll pull out. The ones that are, I will leave to go to seed. So that'll give me a bit more space. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to put in there yet, but I've got lots of things growing at home. Probably some more beans, as they seem to do so well here. But yeah, watch this space for that one. So all that remains me to do now, and all that I've got time to do, is pick a few raspberries and head home, because I'm going out tonight with a friend, which I'm really looking forward to. So hope you enjoyed it, and see you all again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Take care. Bye bye.